What's up, TikTok fam and YouTube fam? This is Raising It Junior Miss, where we gonna do the review on the number one movie that is trending on Netflix called Scrawl. You know your boy Tyler Perry developed this, produced this, wrote this. You know this man don't let nobody help him with anything when he do production. But I got a lot to say about this movie. If you have not watched it, you do not want to watch this. This gonna be full of spoilers, and we gonna break this down on the concept, the triggers, the black woman, the mental awareness, everything that he portrayed in this movie. So if you have not watched the movie, do not watch this. Go watch the movie. Get you some tissue. Get you some tissue. Get you something to eat, and then come back. And we gonna jump right into. Then you watch it. You can tell me what you disagree, if you agree with my what I think, and we go from there. So, like I say, if you have not watched this channel, it's Raising That Junior Miss, where we do reviews on movies, sitcoms, trailers, Netflix, Hulu, whatever's on. We watching it, we reviewing it, we talking about it. Today we're talking about this right here called Scrawl. It is starring a single mother that's played by Taraji P. Henson, who has went through a dramatic event in her life, and she's going on her everyday journey of trying to survive society with being a single mom of a terminally ill child, and trying to maneuver the world to survive and give her the best thing that she can give her. And we are watching this movie in a point of view from her perspective of every day. And over the time of the day, she has so many things that occur with her that eventually she, like the camel, she breaks. She breaks everything from school, giving her daughter a hard time with being able to pay for lunch, to getting to work on time, with her boss man giving her the blues of being late from work and having to juggle two jobs and taking care of her daughter on her own, down to even paying her rent, is something that she is struggling in this movie to do. I'm gonna be looking at my phone, y'all, because I got a lot I wanted to say about this movie. Okay. um Janae is the main character name, who's played by Taraji J.P. Henson. Um, she's, like I said, she's a single mom who's going through these trial tribulations of every day, just trying to survive as a black single mom in society, as far as being the sole provider for her terminally ill daughter, who the also name is her daughter name is Ariel. And we get to see her, they living in poverty. She's still trying to make ends meet. She's given the raft of being threatened, losing even the one thing they have, which is their home, their life, their place of living, by the landlord, who is like, she's this um I'm trying to keep it PG-13 without using too many to the cuss words. She's very hard on her. She's telling, she eventually, at the end of the movie, she puts her out for not paying her rent. And you know, Taraji character is not, Janae don't want to ask for any help. Her pride is in the way she don't ask no one for help. Even down to going to work and late, and she has this friend at work that's offering to help her pay for her daughter medicine, and she don't want to take the hand out, but I gotta leave work and go take care of my daughter again. And her boss man ain't trying to hear that. He's not trying to hear that. And she's like, yo, can I get my paycheck to pay my rent, because my rent is already late, and I'm trying. Everything is stacking up against this young lady in this movie. Even down to even when she gets the check to try to cash the check, she done went to this bank several times and tried to. She done built a relationship with these people to the fact that they like, you know what, we sticking to this handbook. We ain't even cashing your check, even if you want us to cash it. And the magnitude of the break was so bad that no one saw the break. Everyone just went on with their married life. They just was so on top. They were so shallow to the fact that we have a young black woman who's struggling and she is at a breaking point, which she did. Um, Down to when she went back to beg for a check. Like I said, this is full of spoilers, y'all. Her boss man um was in the middle of a robbery. The store was getting robbed, and she helped save his life. And then he turned around and accused her of setting the robbery up when she had nothing to do with the robbery at all. The man simply just read her name tag, and he automatically put the blame on her. He automatically said that she was the person behind the robbery due to the fact that she needed her check so she could pay her rent. Even though she had to leave work early to go handle the business that she needed to handle with her daughter at the school. Now, in the movie, we see, like I say, spoiler alert, y'all. We see that the daughter is when she get to the school to take the daughter money to the school. She is walking into school and she sees the principal and the social workers coming in to take her kid away because they said she's not eating and she's coming to work coming to school smelling bad, and they feel like they need to take the baby away. Now, once again, if you are shallow, and it's not to talk about anybody, but if you are shallow, you will have missed the entire message of the entire movie. Okay. Now, from that, like I said, she go back try to get the check. Boss man accused her of setting it up, even though she, spoiler alert, she fights the two guys off, take the gun, shoots the guy. I don't think she wanted was a check. That's all she wanted. But she shoots him too. She actually kills her own boss man. You know what I'm saying? Because she was already at a breaking point. Like, I'm tired of hearing this. You doing me wrong. You doing me dirty. There's my check. Give me my check. But once again, he's trying to follow the protocol like everyone else in the movie. I gotta put you out if you don't pay your rent. I gotta mail you your check when you get fired. I can't give you your check even though I got it. I'm gonna be the a-hole and I'm not gonna give you your check. I'm gonna mail it to you. I'm gonna make you suffer. Even down to the bank teller telling her, I know you, but I can't cash your check without an ID. All these things are building up on this young lady, Janae, and made her break the straw. The straw has broke. Now, there's a lot of things that this movie gives you. It gives you mental health 2.0. If you don't know, this month is mental health, but it's also mental health for men. Okay? Uh, but that's what this was showing you. Spoiler alert. I'm just gonna keep on yelling that. If you have not watched this full of spoilers. Janae's daughter, Arian, transpired before the movie, y'all. Okay? Ari transpired before the movie even starts. Janae was going through a mental breakdown throughout the whole movie. That's why I said that we were seeing the movie from Janae's point of view. We were seeing the mind of a person who has went through a dramatic event in their life and they have mentally broke down to the fact that this young lady still got up every day and did her normal routine like her daughter never passed away. So Janae, daughter Ari, had died, had passed on from a seizure that caused her to hit her head on something. I'm pretty sure it was in the bathroom. And the clue was there when Janae took Ari into the bathroom to give her a bath. And she told the world that I could bathe myself, mommy. And her mom said, no, I want to give you a bath because I don't want you to fall and hit your head again. And I love the way that Tyler Perry gave us that message without showing us that message. You didn't have to see the child in the casket to get that the child had already transpired. You got the message when the mom walked out the hospital holding the child, and the doctor and the nurse in the background looking at her walk away. But also with her saying that, you know, you hit your head. I don't want that to happen again. So we never got to see again what was the first time that this happened. So those are things that were said, even down to the bank robbery that was not a robbery, that she just simply was trying to get her check cash, and the um the bank manager thought that our Janae had a bomb in her bag when she just had her daughter science project in her bag that kept on going out because it was going to eventually need new batteries, and she was trying to keep it from dying so she can have it for her science project. No one asked question, everyone just assumed in the whole movie. You know, when this woman is telling you what she need, she don't want nothing more nothing less. She just want what she earned, what is rightfully hers in the world. Now, even down to her confrontation with the white police who drove her out the road, no one took her word for being truthful. Only one that took her word for being truthful was the black women in the movie, because that showed you that black women do not have a protector in the world. Now, they're not protected by black men, they're not protected by white women, they're not protected by no one other than each other. And I say that because the manager, who was black, talked down to her, called her every name but the grace of God. The white woman and the white man, she got pulled over, well, she didn't get pulled. I apologize. She did not get pulled over. The white officer felt like she was in his way from to get where he need to go. Accused her of hitting him when it was the other way around. And the white officer just the white women just automatically took the white man's side. And for him to say that he was gonna unalive her when next time he saw her, it gave you, it showed you, it just kept on giving you the hints of death throughout the whole movie. Even down to her saying, I don't want to come out the bank because he said he's gonna kill me, and everyone not questioning what she's saying, but Tiana Taylor, who plays the detective, who can relate to what this young black lady was going through, because she was a child of a mother who also had to to go through the same situation of being evicted, all that stuff outside in the rain, taking care of a child that was ill. Tiana Taylor said, "I can relate to her. Let her talk to me." All the men in the movie was like, "How can you relate to her? We don't want you to trigger her." And it was like they all went in with this uh, organization, follow the handbook mentality. Even the black men went in with we gotta follow the mentality. We gotta call these people. And she was like, no, let me handle it. Even down to Miss Shepherd, that played the manager, she also went from being a tailor to being this my sister, and I'm not leaving her at the end of the movie. I'm gonna walk out with her because I want her. I have earned her trust. She trusts me. So solidarity between a black woman shows you that the only thing that the black woman have to protect her is another black woman, because everyone in the movie outside of black women showed you that that's all they could trust is black women. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The black one of the black ladies in the Taylor that was played by that was played the light skinned one, let me tell you her name, y'all. She got on my nerves. When I say she got on my nerves, she got on my nerves, y'all. She got on my nerves. She got on my nerves. I wanna say, if you don't shut up. I'm gonna up y'all. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Ashley, her name is Ashley, but her name on Scrawl is, let me tell you her name, y'all, because I wanted to choke her. Hold on, she on here now. Which? Oh, her name was Tessa. Tessa was like, oh, Tessa really irked my nerves, but that always that one sister that just don't have your back. But Raya, Raya, oh yeah, she was an MVP. Raya was the MVP simply by placing her phone on live so that a black woman side of the story can be seen by the world without being, because she was already being tried, sentenced, execution, without even hearing what led up to her being in this bank holding this gun trying to get her check cash. No one was trying to hear her. Not Richard, which was her manager, and not Detective Grams, not which who eventually came around, not Chief Wilson, but Detective Kay Raymond, that played by Tiana Taylor. She wanted to hear it, even down to Nicole, who is the manager of the bank. All the women, the main women in the movie wanted to hear what was going down, even down to Miss Isabella. Miss Isabella said it is hard, it is expensive to be poor in the world, because this woman was struggling financially, and she just wanted her $500, $541 out of the bank. That's all she wanted. They were trying to get her the whole bank. They were trying to accuse her of robbing the bank. No one was trying to hear her. Now, like I said, mental health was the actual overall theme of this movie, because, spoiler alert, if you have not watched the movie, once again, if you have not watched the movie, the we got to see the movie twice. You got to see the movie all throughout the movie with the daughter Ari going to school, getting up, taking a bath, going to going to school. Mama going to the school, trying to take her $40. She's watching her daughter getting taken to the by the social service people, and then she going back to work, dealing with the boss man BS, getting robbed, boss shooting the guy that tried to rob them. He turning around shooting the supervisor, shooting the manager. Then she left the job and went to go try to cash her check. Then now we stuck there with this shit getting cashed. I see all that. Okay, you go through the same thing, but you get to see it from everyone else's viewpoint. That's why I said the first viewpoint that we got to see the movie from was from Janae Wilkinson point of view. The second point of view was from everybody else's point of view. So that's how you knew that the child had passed, because she had snapped when the child passed from grief and heartache and pain, and knowing that she had did all she could to make sure her ill child would survive, felt like a failure to her because her child passed. So now I'm still gonna do what I did every day. I'm still gonna get up. I'm gonna give my baby a bath. I'm gonna feed my baby. I'm gonna take my baby to school. I'm gonna yell at my landlord. I'm gonna take my baby to school. I'm gonna drop her off. I'm gonna wave at her bye. I'm gonna take off when I'm go to work. We watched that whole scene twice, but in two perspectives. And I think that a lot of people miss the message. I know that it's a lot of uproar in the black community because of they tired of seeing the single black mom um storyline from Tyler Perry. And to be honest, I am too. But I appreciate the fact that he showed this woman in particular because this woman is common amongst a lot of um black women that are out here raising kids on their own and losing kids or having to have a they really having breakdowns because the stress has got to that magnitude of they can't handle it on their own. And that's what I think the overall message of the story was that um mental health in the black community is major and it's not dealt with. And I see it every day. My personal testimony is I can be a witness because I witness it every day in my line of duty work where I see young black women who are homeless, who's living on the street, who don't have a job, their kids with them. Um, some of them are strung out on narcotics. Some of them are they mentally gone. They're unstable. They're not on their meds. Um, but what led to that? We got to see everything that led to that made Janae the way she is, and no one helped her but the black woman in the stories. No one helped her but Nicole, even down to Nicole walking her out, even though she could have left her by herself. But Nicole said, "No, I ain't leaving." Even down to Detective K saying, "I know this girl. This girl. I can relate to this lady. I was the kid that was homeless when my mama stuff got put out." So, like I said, overall the storyline was good. Even I can relate to it. I as a kid, I can relate to watching my mom struggle to pay the bills and I actually had times where I done came home and all our stuff outside because the landlord didn't care that she was late with her rent because she didn't get paid this week. She get paid next week. Or I can relate to my grandmother and my grandfather going to get cardboard boxes and stacking them up and and and, and taking them over there to the recycle bin to get money. Or them watching them go into the trash can to dig food to feed put on our table. See, I can relate. See, that's why I say this movie is triggering for a lot of people, even men, to deal with. Because you got a lot of men that couldn't provide. So that's why I say you gotta look at the overall message. The overall message is mental health and seeking help and not looking through the person. And black women are some of the women that are the women that are being looked through, even down to how the white woman looked through her and then see that she was the one that was hit. I still gave her tickets. I still impound her car to take my coworker side, and then when Dr. Detective K went to her and asked her was it true, she was gonna lie for the man. She was gonna sit there and lie and to the detective that none of that happened. So we actually got to see. So Detective K was determined to get down to what made this young lady break like this, and what all transpired. Because everyone keep on speaking of her being this good girl. She never asked for help. She always to herself. She always everything was positive about her. But what made her snap? Like I said, if you have not watched this movie, go watch it. It is a good overall story dealing with mental health and over. Well, she didn't overcome it, but the sisterhood to a lot of to. I'm trying to tell y'all. Uh, the companionship that she had only came from her sisters, And that's reality for a lot of black women that they can't depend on anyone. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you got some sisters out there, we independent and we don't need nobody, but you got a lot of black women, white women, Asian women, Spanish women, but that are out there struggling mentally because they doing it all on their own. And some of them have villages and don't depend on those villages. But this is a story told from a black man perspective on black women that he have dealt with. And if you are triggered by this, that means that you see something in this movie that touches you, because it did with me. And like I said, let me know what y'all think about the movie in the comment. I'll let your boy later, cause this right here it's a heavy movie. But let me know. And I'm gonna go a little bit more details, y'all, later on another view. But let me know in the box below, y'all. I'll holler at y'all about. Peace.